Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli and this is Vigorelli Institute. Now, I just finished watching a movie and unless this is on autoplay for you, it was Bedazzled. Excellent movie, by the way, late 90s or early 2000s, not sure. It says on the DVD case. I don't have it with me because it's in a box and the disc is in a large sleeve because holy crap do I have a lot of movies. Anyway, moving on. So this came out when I was a teenager. I didn't get to see it until years after because money, time. It was actually a fall release, if I remember correctly. So it stars Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley, and damn, she is gorgeous. I'm just saying. Pure late 90s fashions, trends, everything, including references to the Chicago Bulls lineup, Dennis Rodman and Jordan at the time. Yes, indeed. Now, it's about a guy named Elliot. He is a wuss. He wears cardigans over button-downs and a thick jacket. His hair is a bowl cut. He has zero friends. He's trying to have a life and nobody can stand him and he can't figure out why. Because he has no spine. All of his friends at work, he's trying to get together with him, hang out and whatnot, and they purposely not invite him to things. And then he shows up and they're there and they're just like, oh, hell. Okay? So there's this girl that works in his company. She's okay. I wouldn't exactly call her pretty. I don't remember who plays her, but that'll tell you how important she is. Anyway, she's okay. Maybe. Well, he's totally into her, and he's talked to her a couple of times, literally twice, and she barely even knows he's alive. So, he says, I would give anything to be with her. Well, pool ball pops down in front of him, he picks it up, and Elizabeth Hurley is standing there in this gorgeous red dress, pool cue in hand. She goes, come here. Well, that's the devil. Okay, she basically seduces him and convinces him that, she is Satan. And she can give him everything that he wants. Okay, well, he really wants to be with this chick. So she says, I'll give you 7 wishes, and then I get your soul upon your death, he says. So he's hesitant, but he says, okay. So to prove it, he wishes for a Big Mac and a Coke, because marketing. So he gets in, and then he says, okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty here, and he wishes to be rich and powerful and be married to her, and, well, it comes out he's basically Pablo Escobar. Yeah. Well, he almost dies in a coup, and by the way, she's doing his best friend, and she hates him. So he gets out of that, comes up, and they break into her apartment, yeah, and go through her stuff, and it turns out she really wants a sensitive guy. So he wishes to be the most sensitive guy on the planet. He's this artist, and also red hair and freckles for reasons. I don't know why. Anyway, she loves him, but she literally says to him at the end of the bit that, I just want to be with a guy that will pretend to care about me so he can get into my pants. This guy has kicked sand into his face, and he says, yeah, that's me. So she leaves him. So he bounces out of that, becomes the greatest basketball player in history. She's super into him. He's 20 feet tall or something. He's just a giant of a man, and he's tiny. So he loses her there, and he's an idiot. So that's out. So he then wishes to be this smart, handsome, gorgeous, debonair gentleman. He's this world famous writer, and everybody adores him. Well, they meet at a party, and he takes her back to his place, and turns out, yeah, he's gay. His boyfriend's there in the bed. Yeah. So he says, no, I'm not. So he kisses her. He's like, yep, that doesn't work. So he dials back in. And that's about it. He has one wish left, and he decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. So she gets him almost fired from work, trying to convince him to go for the seventh wish. He says, no, I'm out. Goes to a church, confesses to a priest. Priest calls the police, saying that the guy's crazy, which, by the way, would never actually happen. There's a thing called the sanctity of confession within Catholicism, that the priest cannot legally report you. It's actually a violation of their oath of secrecy. So there's that. Moving on. So he spends the night in lockup. You know, he's drunk and disorderly and all of this, and he comes out. And as he's in lockup, he meets this black guy in there smoking a cigarette. He's apparently a thug. And he says to him, you know, it's real rough what you're going through, dude. You want to know a secret? What? She's lying to you. Your soul ain't yours to sell, booby. And he's released. So he goes back to the nightclub where she convinced him. I may have left that part out. Sorry about that. Anyway, confronts her and says, so, you have to do the seventh wish, whether you like it or not, or I will just take your soul. So he says, oh yeah? Bring it. So snaps him into hell, real demon, and about to thrust the trident into him, he says, all right, I have my one last wish. The girl's name is Allison, and he says, I wish her to have a happy life. Voids the contract, he's off the hook. So he's finally released from this ordeal, and he goes to talk to Allison, this girl he's interested in, and turns out she's actually seeing somebody, and, wouldn't consider him anyway. He's not her type. Okay? So, he confesses, he's shot down, and he makes it through. Nary a scratch on him. So he gets back into the office, and his alleged friends in the office are making fun of him, and he grabs a guy and says, it's nice talking to you. Gives everybody else the side eye, and they're just like, damn. So he gets out of work, heads home, and there's this girl moving in. Basically a dead ringer for the one at work, and she's super nerdy, okay? So he asks her out. They end up dating. And as they're walking through the park one day, Elizabeth Hurley and the black thug dude are playing chess. You see, the black dude was God. Or an angel. We're not sure exactly. Okay? And very poignant song is playing. It's by Bare Naked Ladies. And it goes, if you want to be somebody else and you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, change your mind. Something today we could use, maybe. Okay? Now, yes, this movie is very, very Christian, okay? However, it takes a much more Jewish form of the devil being a teacher rather than simply a corrupter, okay? Because the two are playing chess in the park, and also, even though she's, crazy, gaslights him, messes with his mind and so forth, The point was to teach him in a very brutal fashion. Everything that happens to you, good or bad, is about choice. Sometimes those consequences are unforeseen and beyond your control. Sometimes exterior factors do happen, but you have the ability to decide how you react. That's the point of the movie. And quite honestly, I enjoyed it. Okay? I mean, not just for the eye candy of Elizabeth Hurley. I mean, boom, but come on. The simple morality of it, it's up there with Bruce Almighty, okay? Both movies that I think we could sorely watch nowadays. Regardless if you are a Christian or anything else for that matter. It's all your choice. Okay? So, I will be back later with something else. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so kindly. Links in the description to my website. I've got merchandise and books available, among other things. Go ahead and check all that out. And follow me on Twitter. I say intelligent things every once in a while. So, you take care. Bye-bye.